Dan and Javier met at a mixer for the Chamber of Commerce last week, and they had a great conversation. Dan said, "My name's Dan Jones, and I'd love to meet you. I saw you across the room. I recognized you from the uh, brochure that came out, and I think we have a few things in common. Tell me what you're doing." And um, so they conversed for a while. Javier uh, shared his mission statement for life and for his business. He gave his elevator pitch. Dan kept asking follow up questions. Every now and then, Javier got in a little question, and Dan answered it quickly, but then redirected the conversation back to Javier and asking him to talk about himself. Javier wasn't aware this was going on. Dan was very aware. Dan noticed Sally across the room, and he said, "Sally, come on over here a second. I want you to meet Javier." And then Dan shared Javier's elevator pitch as he had heard it and remembered it with great enthusiasm and endorsement. He said, "Sally, Javier's doing a great thing in the community. He can tell you more about it, but this blah, 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 blah." And the conversation went for a little while. Uh, Javier and Sally exchanged pleasantries, and Dan said, "Oh, I need to run, but I see somebody over there I need to talk to. You guys keep it going." And after Dan left, Javier and Sally started talking about Dan and what an interesting man Dan was. He'd had the same conversation earlier with Sally. The incredible you. You are very interested in yourself. And if you can, other people are interested in being interested in people being interested in them by you showing an interest in them, you will begin to sound interesting yourself. And what makes you so interesting? I think it's being interested. You get interesting by being interested in people, in ideas, in thoughts, in the person you're speaking to. By asking key and probing questions, by listening actively, and by showing in your eyes your undivided attention, giving that to people, you become more interesting. In the process, you're gathering lots of stories and lots of insights, and every now and then, people want to know more about you, the incredible you. By the way, you are interesting. You have great ideas. You have great thoughts. You have wonderful dreams. And I'd love to hear some of them. So that's why I'm here streaming in a storage that my wife put together for me, and it's my retreat. The wall behind me is kind of bare. I should put something up, huh? Well, I have a plug, and you see a messy bookcase on the other side, another plug, so I can plug a lot of stuff in. Have one on that side and one on that side too. Well, that's all I'm going to do for today. I just kind of wanted to. Actually, I'm experimenting with going live directly from YouTube. I usually do it through Zoom wherever I go. So here you are. We'll see you next time.